Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Boxing Bonanza. I'm joined by former British and Commonwealth champion Bradley Skeete. How are you, Brad?
I'm all good, mate. How's things?
Good, man. Not bad, not bad. So you're back into the swing of things now. How's the aches and
Back,
pains?
yeah, back on it now, mate. Yeah, they're still there, but they're easing up a bit now. The first week, mate, I felt like I got run over by a bus, but been grinding away and they're slowly but surely getting there, mate.
Because you never actually announced retirement, did you?
No, never once said I was retired. Just just took a break, to be honest, mate. And then just the time just went on, and then people probably just assumed that obviously I started the PT and yeah, I was really busy with that, and then just was just. And then, yeah, I think I wasn't obviously making any announcements, not training, nothing on social media was going on with my boxing. People just assumed that I'd retired, but that was never in my fault. And I always wanted to get back into it. And yeah, I'm just glad that I've made a fresh start and a change and moved up to Sheffield. And with the Ingles now, the gym's buzzing and I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, man, it's great news. Great to have you back. So what was the actual reason for the long layoff? Was it just the time was getting on and it was harder to get it back into things?
Yeah, it was no. I didn't obviously want to be off for that long. But I did need a rest, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just needed a bit of time off and just a bit of me time, to be honest, and just chill out and just enjoy normal life. And then yeah, just in that time, I obviously I wasn't working. I'd obviously stopped the boxing. I wasn't working, so to get a bit of money, I started PTing, and that really took off and really went really well. And I got really busy, and I think I just got caught up in just keep working. Do you know what I mean? I was earning my money. I wasn't boxing, but I was earning decent money, and yeah, I was enjoying that, and that was my routine. Do you know what I mean? I was up early. I was in the gym. That was my routine, and just one thing after another went on, and then obviously that year which went real quick, and then the start of the year, then obviously COVID hit us, and then that was it. This
Yeah.
year's been wiped out too. So, but I'm glad I've got back in the gym and I'm back training like now, because I think it's if the timing's been good for me really, because the boxing's just starting to start back. Well, has been going obviously behind closed doors, but in that time I'm obviously joined a new team. Obviously come up to Sheffield, joined with the Ingles, and obviously just getting my feet in the door there and getting adapted to life up in Sheffield. And I think it's the start of the new year. I'll be ready to crack on and get out and fight myself.
Yeah, because since you've been in the boxing a long time, so this was probably the longest layoff you've had since you started
Yeah,
even through amateur, I imagine.
yeah, definitely. Yeah,
What was your mental state like? Obviously you're a fighter at heart. You probably missed the game. What was your mental state like during that time?
yeah. It was, to be honest. Obviously, getting beat the way I did wasn't good. Like that, I was down about that because just like everyone knows me, knows that wasn't really me, and a lot of things was going on. But listen, I'm not one to make excuses. It is what it is,
Yeah,
and I got beat by the better guy. But I just more so I just fell out of love with boxing, to be honest. It just wasn't there, and it was like I just didn't care. Do you know what I mean? I just
yeah,
didn't care, and I just had that attitude, and I just wasn't right. I just wasn't myself, and that's I needed time off. But then I started really missing it. All I know is boxing. I've done it since I'm 7 years old, so
yeah,
all I know is boxing. Like I say, that long layoff. Touch wood, I've never had no injuries or listen, I've had injuries, but not like career where I've had to put on hold, and it's taken months and months to recover. But yeah, it's the longest I've ever had off in amateur or pro. So I think it wasn't nice. It wasn't, and then I was indoors. I was like just bored. I wasn't doing nothing, and then that's when I decided I needed to start doing something, and all I know is boxing. So PTing and doing boxing classes and boxing sessions was what I fell into. And like I said, just one thing led to another, and it just like really took off well.
Is that something you're going to set aside now you start your career back up to concentrate on yourself, or is that still going to carry on?
Yeah, no, I've put work on that off now. I've put my clients and that upset that I've gone back to boxing, but they're upset, but they're glad. Do you know what I mean? I've always told them I was going back to boxing. They all knew, but even if they're probably just thinking, oh yeah, whatever, we've heard this before. But I think they're buzzing on back, and deep down I'm back. But I can always, now I know there's always life after boxing, and I can always go back to that. And that's something I'd definitely want to do. I'd like to get my own gym and like to do that. But my main concern now is getting my career back on track and getting back to a high level of boxing where I was. And it's cracking on now.
Yeah, man. And not only back to boxing, but you've come back with a bang to the Ingle gym. How did that come about? How did you manage to end up there?
I've obviously always known about the Ingle gym and the great champions and fighters that they've had coming out the gym. But it went, me and Naz, like, obviously, he keeps in contact. We keep in contact. Don't speak every day or nothing like that. But if I was fighting, he'd give me a message or just a message here and there. And to the gym, I was PTing and see the gym. I trained a good fighter. He's 14 years old, Little Lightning Junior, and he loves Naz too, as well as me. Do you know what I mean? He's still my idol now. I was a boy growing up, got me into boxing watching Naz. But he promised to come down to the gym, and he come down one night, and he brought his two boys, Adam and Sammy, and they was doing a bit of training with me, and they said, listen, you've got to come up to Sheffield, bring Lightning up to Sheffield, you'll really like up there. So one thing led on, and then we went up for a week. We come up for a week and done a bit of training, and I had training stuff myself, done a bit, and walking through the door of the gym, I just felt a buzz about me, and there's a good vibe. Do you know what I mean? There's just had a good feeling about it.
Yeah.
And I know all the boys in the gym, and they're all good boys. Do you know what I mean? And it was just had a good buzz about it. And I had a chat with Dom, and we sat down, and he just basically asked what I was doing, and I told him about PTing, and he said, listen, do you want to box again? And I just explained, like I explained now, just I never wanted to stop boxing, probably just fell out a bit of love with it, started working, and that's been my routine. And he said, listen, it's now or never. You've had a good week up here. I either start now or go back to work. Do you know what I mean? And then I just thought, listen, it's a sacrifice I'm gonna have to make now. And I think to be honest, I think I've made the best decision. Of like I really enjoy it. The training's really good, and I'm doing good things every day. And like I say, I'm in the gym with world class fighters and buzzing off them. And I think my return's going to be really good.
Yes, it sounds very refreshing. Like, it doesn't seem like that you went there for the obvious. Obviously, they've produced champions after champion over the years, but you seem like you had a personal connection there when you went, and that's what drew you there to want to train there.
Yeah, definitely. I remember about 3 years ago now, I was at a boxing writers dinner, and Brendan was there at the time, and he come down with Killer, like Amir from the gym, and we was having a chat then. And then even then, obviously, I didn't say I'm coming to, like, I wanted to go to the gym to like change where I was at, because I was doing really good with Al and Ed at iBox, but I just wanted to go to Sheffield and go to the Ingle gym. Do you know what I mean? I just wanted to see it, and we even spoke then. And then I'd have always wanted to just come up and see the gym anyway, but to be actually here training and being a part of it and part of the team now is unreal.
Because the last couple of years they've entered some sharks into the Oceans, and they got like the likes of Liam Williams, Robbie Davis Jr., Willie Hutchinson. Are you happy to join them, the new guys at the gym?
100%. They're Liam, hopefully in the next fight or two, maybe he'll be fighting for his world title. Robbie Davies Jr. is a very high level. He's been there and done it. British, Commonwealth, European champion, fighting at a high level. Willie, he's young, up and coming. He's got a British title fight next, British and Commonwealth title fight. There's Barry Kid Galahad in the gym, I believe, is a world champion, but he'll be fighting for a world title in his next fight or two. Do you know what I mean? That's the sort of people's in the gym, and it's just buzzing. That's the level I want to be at. So to be training with them boys every day is only going to do me good.
I seen you done some body sparring with them. How was that first time back?
Yeah, that. To be honest, the body sparring, it was mad. I thought, that's easy. Do you know what I mean? Body sparring, it's easy. But then, you put on your full sparring kit, gum shield, head guard, protector, the lot, and then it's like an open spar, but just to the body. But obviously, some slip through chin, like on my chest, and my arms were dead, and I got bruises everywhere. And I thought, oh my God, I'd rather open spar. Do you know what I mean? But the body sparring, I think people like take it for granted, but it's tough. It's got me in tip-top shape already since I've been there. That's all we've done, really. And it's really good. Different, but I'm really enjoying it.
Like Dom Ingle have got his own sort of style of training. Did you find that easy to adapt? Like, especially his pad work is known to be very, pretty awkward, but obviously works. How did you find all that?
I'm still learning, mate. I'm still learning. I tell you, the first thing, the lines, obviously the famous lines, the Ingle lines on the floor to do the footwork and the circles and that I was like, everyone was just up and down these lines. I was thinking, what am I doing here? But slowly it's coming. Do you know what I mean? It's more naturally coming now, and it's just like I can fight southpaw or orthodox, obviously, but I never tend to do it. But now being up here, it's just naturally coming. I've noticed, seen a little clip on a video the other day, and I just naturally, I was on the attack and just naturally switched southpaw, and I thought, oh look, I didn't even mean to do, not mean to do it, but just didn't expect it. Just flows. Do you know what I mean? And that's, I think, going to be a massive part of my style is like a good mover in that anyway. So I think to this style up here, I'm going to adapt to it well, and it's going to definitely give me that extra push.
Yeah, I think if you're doing things like that out of instinct with your style as well, especially, I think that'll work very well for you going into the future.
Yeah, hopefully, mate. I think it's all going well. So please, God, keep going good. And I'm buzzing. I'm like a big kid again. I was like I first started training again, like when I first started when I was 7. I'm like buzzing to go to the gym every day, and I think definitely the rest has done me good. And me being 33 and people thinking, oh, I'm old and that, but I'm fresh. Do you know what I mean? I've not had many hard fights and tough fights where I've been beat up for 12-round wars, and I feel fresh. I feel good.
Before you left, you was a very dominant force at welterweight, but now you're coming back. Were you going to light middle?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think having the chat with Dom, he'd said, listen, training now, you're 33, not 23. Your body's changing, and listen, I've been welterweight my whole career, so I think it's going to be good for. Like I say, I've had a fresh start. I've got a new team, as in coming up here with the Ingles, and I think a new challenge to be at 154. It's going to be a good fresh start and a new weight. So yes, I see what we can do there. Do you know what I mean? It's at welterweight. I believe I'm still the best. Do you know what I mean? I was the outright winner of the British title, and no one's done it since me. So I'm still the boss at 147. So, but a new fresh start and a change at 154. There's new challenges there. Some great names domestically, and moving through European level and world level. That's what I want to do.
Well, when it comes to it, obviously you've had the layoff, so you give your body a bit of time. But when it comes to when you get back into the swing of things, 147 could still be an option then.
Yeah, I think during lockdown in July, around July time, Eddie contacted me and was talking about the Conor Benn fight. And obviously at that time I wasn't training, I wasn't doing anything but working. So it wasn't realistic at that time to be taking fights like that. But now I'm back training and I'm back on it. I still can make 147. I know I can make 147. So that if there's a fight there like that, the Benn fight, do you know what I mean? A big fight, a big domestic fight, then yeah, why not? I'd take that fight most definitely. Do you know what I mean? I'd be open to having that chat and having that fight.
Have you still been keeping an eye on during the time off of the two divisions?
Yeah, I love boxing. Do you know what I mean? I watch all boxing. I love it. I love it. And yes, obviously during the lockdown, Eddie put on the fight camp shows, and they was wicked shows. You know what I mean? And obviously Frank and put on the BT shows at the BT studio, and yeah, good shows. Do you know what I mean? And it's good that boxing was back, and I know it's no crowd and everything, but it's just to get out fighting is good. And I'm always listen. Boxing's me. That's what I know. That's what I love. So yeah, I was always watching out and see what was going on.
So I'm assuming your current contract, well, not current, your old contract's run out. So you are you a free agent now?
Yeah, free agent now. Yeah, I've my main goal was to obviously get a new team and new trainer, and then the next steps will now be looking for promotional and management where I'm going to go and what I'm going to do.
Maybe MTK.
Maybe, yeah, we'll see. Who knows? We'll see. They're the boys at the minute. They look like they're doing great things, and who knows? We'll see. I just got to do what's best for me in my career now. Like I say, I'm 33. I've had 31 fights. I've been and done it. Do you know what I mean? I know what it's all about. So I'm not young, naive, fresh come into it. So yeah, it's all about making the right decisions. And listen, I've got a great team up here now. Dom's been there and knows his stuff. John obviously is here in the gym and he knows his stuff. The dad is a legend. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they've grew up around it. So I'm with the right people, and I'm sure they'll be guiding me in the right way.
What's the support been like since you said you was coming back?
Do you know what? Not just since I've been coming back, all throughout. I've always messages like on my phone and that, just on social media, asking when I'm coming back, have I retired, what's going on, and I can't thank all the people who support me enough. Do you know what I mean? I knew I had good support from when I was boxing. I always sold good tickets and I had great support, but even through the time off, I had great support, and then I believe I've got even more support now, like through working and clients and that from PT, and so I just can't thank them enough. And I know it's been a long time and made them wait a long time, but I'm back now and I'm really excited. And hopefully, listen, in the new year, this COVID will settle down and the crowds can start coming back, and I can put on some good performances for everyone wanting to come and support me and watch.
Yeah, because as boxing fans, you can't get enough good fighters in the division, and everybody wants to see the good fighters fighting each other. So I imagine everybody is absolutely over the moon to see you come back.
Yeah, that's the only good thing with, well, it's not good, but with this COVID, there's been 50-50 fights, and there's been no speak, just someone just coming in and battering someone, and it's been like some genuine 50-50 fights, and it's been good. Do you know what I mean? It's been good to watch, and that's what it should be. That's what it should be all about: the best fighting the best.
Is there any name at the moment you're aiming for?
Nah, listen, people will be wanting to fight me. To be honest, I'm a name for them. Do you know what I mean? There's a lot of young kids up and coming and thinking, oh yeah, look, Bradley Skeete's back. I'd like to take him. He ain't been in the ring 2 years. He's 33. There'll be. I'm sure my name's going to be getting shouted like loads, but I'm not one for that. I'm not one to be shouting names or anything. But I just want to come back and get be in the big domestic fights and then moving on. Do you know what I mean? I'm not an idiot. I know I've been out the ring a long time, so I know I can't just obviously go back in the deep end. But with the training I'm getting up here, I don't see why not. I can't be coming in back into a big fight. Do you know what I mean? I feel good. I've been getting some good training in, so I will be I won't be coming back to no easy fights. So I tell you that I'll be coming back and getting some good fights in.
Yeah, and that's exactly what the fans want to see, and it's fantastic to see you back.
Thank you, mate. I appreciate that.
Anyways, so I'll let you get on with your day now, and thank you very much for joining me today, Brad. It's been fantastic.
Top man. We'll catch up soon, mate.
Yeah, we will. Definitely will. See you later, mate.
Thanks, mate. Take care, mate. Bye-bye.
And you, bye.
Wrapped in the concept, falsely accused was used and misled, bitch. I'm hoping you fucking rest in peace.